I'm Jamin Davis, aka Shadow, and you tuned in to Classic Police.
Sack! Jamin Davis came through clean and gets it back at the 25-yard line, loss of 10.
Louisville fans have to be furious about that sequence.
Left. Nix with a pump fake, running off to his left, going to try to run for it, and he's not going to make it. As Jamin Davis played the man that he was guarding as well as the quarterback, and he wouldn't let the pass go to Shivers, and then just at the last second he peels off and makes the tackle on Nix. Couldn't have played that.
A first down, Garantano intercepted again. Jamin Davis finds the sideline. Nobody's going to catch him unless it's Garantano. And he's got blockers in front. Davis will stumble into the end zone. A 75-yard interception return for Kentucky.
All right, right now we're going to do a speed round series of questions, super random questions. Let them be next up.
All right, bet.
All right. Text or call?
Text.
What's your middle name?
Deontay.
Name a letter that starts with the letter L.
Name a letter that starts.
I mean, oh my God, I'm so stupid. Name a word. Bro,
You good?
Now I gotta give you a different letter. Name a word that starts with the letter Q.
Ooh, quarter.
What's something that no one knows about you?
I like NASCAR.
Something that you can eat for a week straight.
In and out.
What do you like to do in your free time?
Play video games, watch movies, and chill.
What video games?
Call of Duty, Madden, 2K. Like I said, NASCAR. I'm a NASCAR fan. You name it, I'll play it.
One thing on your bucket list.
Go skydiving.
If you could teach something outside of football, what would you teach?
How to swim.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
To fly.
You knew that quick?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to do the serious interview questions.
All right.
So, what was your experience like at Kentucky?
I mean, it had its moments. It was really up and down for real. I was real introverted for the most part, so I wasn't really like in the mix too much. And then like as far as football goes, it was basically just me staying patient and just waiting for my time, and eventually I got my opportunity and just took the most of it.
So with everything going on this past season, how was your experience for the 2020-21 season? How did it go for you?
Honestly, it was surprising. I didn't expect it to go the way it did, but I mean, everything just happened so fast. Like, I just basically tried to be myself and just ball out as much as I possibly could, and now here I am.
What were your biggest sacrifices during the process of getting to where you are now?
I would date that one all the way back to high school. Switching over from my actual hometown, going to a totally different high school, that probably was the biggest challenge for me because I was in an area where you didn't really have a whole lot of opportunity, and just seeing like all the guys that were there, they didn't really have mindsets of thinking that they can get to a Power 5 school and all this for football. So that was really challenging for me, and just basically accepting adversity head on, basically around that time.
Over your collegiate career, what lessons did you learn that you'll carry over with you into the NFL?
Time management, that's one. Basically, something that stuck with me my whole life. You can't have a minimum wage work ethic. Throw it back. You can't have $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic. That was something that stuck with me through college as well, because you had a lot of guys around you that they didn't take it serious. They weren't like watching film and stuff like that as like they should have been.
Who inspired you as an athlete?
We talking.
It could be like, man, well, you can go family first, or you can just say any athlete that inspired you, but whatever you want to say.
I mean, I was a diehard Kobe Bryant fan, so definitely just watching him growing up, from the time he tore his Achilles and still continued to play, just stuff like that, just having that kind of mentality with everything, just always putting the team first. That was just somebody that definitely was a role model.
Did you play any other sports growing up?
I ran track. I played a little bit of basketball when I was younger. I played a little bit of soccer. I played a small amount of baseball and, of course, football.
What did you run in track?
I ran 400, I ran 4x4, 200. I was a running long jump guy, I was a high jump guy, the 100 a couple times, just a little bit of everything for real.
So you named all these sports, but when did you realize that you could actually be great in football?
That's dating all the way back to like my rep days, honestly. Like, I just, from the very start of me playing football, I just fell in love with it. It was kind of something I just took it and ran with it from the time I was introduced to it. And I basically just, as I started to get older and realized that I was like one of the better kids in my area. I mean, of course, you got great guys like around me and stuff like that, but I just started realizing that I could like take it and do something with it, and just kind of stuck with me from there. So.
If you didn't play football, what other sport could you see yourself playing?
Probably running track, honestly. I think I would, if I had the right training and stuff like that, and just stuck with it.
How has the ability to communicate with your teammates on the field translated your ability to communicate with people off the field?
I don't know about that question. I'm two different people on the field and off the field. Like, I'm two totally different people. So, like, on the field, I'm probably like loud mouth, big communicator and stuff like that because I play linebacker. But off the field, like, I don't really be talking about it. But I stay in my own lane, like, for the most part.
Okay, what's one football memory you'll never forget? It doesn't have to be college. It could be Little League, high school. But describe to me what you felt in this exact moment.
I'm actually going to throw college out there. Probably definitely this season when I got my first pick six. So I had got like a couple of interceptions here and there, basically my whole football career, but I never had got like a pick six. And we were playing in Tennessee this year, and the play just happened so fast. Like, he threw it like right to me. Like, I had a feeling that he was gonna actually throw it in that area, but I didn't think he would literally like throw it dead at me. And as soon as I took off and seeing I had blockers and all that, I'm like, bro, I'm about to score. I'm about to score. So, and then it actually happened. It was just a lot of emotion for real. So.
Do you have a special routine or superstition before you play a game?
Before we leave the hotel or wherever I am, I gotta say a prayer before I go, like, before every single game. If I don't, definitely I won't play like to my full potential.
Why do you like being a part of a team sport?
I guess because of the lessons you can learn, like, especially football. It's a sport that you can't go out there and expect to just put everything on your back always. Like, you have to rely on the guys and trust the man next to you. So, I mean, it's definitely a sport that you can learn a lot of different lessons from.
You were a junior, correct?
Right.
What did you major in when you were in school?
Community leadership and development.
What did you want to do with that degree, like outside of football?
So outside of football, if none of this was to like play out the way it is, I wanted to go to law school and be a corporate lawyer. So.
I know that's right. We love a king. So, do you plan on going back to school to pursue your degree?
Actually, I'm still like finishing up my degree as is, so I should be going back to graduate in May.
So, is there a significance behind 44, your jersey number?
Yes. Okay, so growing up, my favorite number was 25, and like it just always was my favorite number. I don't know why, but it was. So my mom, my grandmother, her mom passed away at the age of 44. Basically, it was like when I first got to college, I seen that number was available, so I just took it, and like I thought about switching to 25, but I was like, nah, because at this point, it's almost like I'm doing everything to like, I guess, make my mom proud for real. So.
Okay, favorite athlete that plays football?
That plays football. Currently, Devin White. I like his work ethic. I like because we both play linebacker, so like I used to be a big Devin White fan, so watching his film and stuff like that, and just trying to compare like any of my times in the draft and all this stuff to his, and at least trying to be better, honestly.
Okay, speaking of the draft, are you nervous about it, even though it's a couple of months away?
I wouldn't say nervous. Honestly, at this point, I'm just trying to prepare to basically do whatever I can to make myself go as high as I possibly can. So.
What's the most valuable life lesson that you've learned this far?
Definitely the one that I said not too long ago with you can't have $1 million dream with a minimum wage work ethic. No matter where you are in life, no matter if you're in a small school, big school, anything, like especially playing football, because this is definitely a game that'll humble you just as fast as it puts you in a position to be great. So that was just something that I was told in like my rec days, and it kind of just stuck with me my entire life.
So if you could go back in time and tell a younger version of yourself one thing, what would you say?
Be patient. Definitely be patient.
Sports related or non-sports related, what advice would you give to somebody chasing their dreams?
I guess don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. No matter where you are, no matter where you come from, no matter your background, any of that, don't never let nobody stop you from getting what you want. So,
what advice would you give someone chasing their dreams and they're being told no or not performing at their best?
what one person won't do, the next man will, honestly. So if you feel like that you slacking off in the weight room or at practice or anything like that, just know that there's always somebody out there that's working just as hard, if not harder.